is a seduction into love and happiness, is joy, often in relationships, wonders of the world, beauties in the world. We intertwine what it means, what we have to do to get it, with having it. And that often people in the world are operating by these agreements. That I'll give you this light inside me, I'll give you this love, this appreciation, if you do these things for me. And we do it this way, this conditional love, because this is how we learned. They do it this way because this is how they learned. It's not what we were born with. It's not what is somewhere deep inside of us, instinctual, something inside of us knows a truth about how love could be. That it could be unconditional. That's something innately inside of us wants to be loved unconditionally. Say, I love you just the way you are, no matter what. You're angry, I love you. You're sad, I love you. You do something for me, I love you. You don't do something for me, I love you. I respect you no matter what. It's just the way it is. You know, like the story of the prodigal son, when the father loves both sons, loves the sons that follows the rules, is close to him. It's dutiful. And he loves the son who's off sowing his oats. He loves them both. And he's not there to punish either one. He's going to love them either way. Something innately inside of us all know this kind of unconditional love and has a measurement of it. But then we have the experience of, well, mom liked it when we did this, but they didn't like us when they did that. And dad punished us when we did that and lavished praise on us when we did this. And this punishment reward is our conditioning. When we feel loved, accepted, it's because we were doing the thing they wanted the way they liked for them. We have this experience, oh, we did what they didn't like, didn't want. We're not loved, we're not liked, we're treated differently. And so our brain learns conditional love. Be what they want me to be, do what they want me to do, then I'll be loved. But as children, we rebel. Something inside of us says, this isn't right. This isn't what I know is, not even that we could articulate it. This isn't, I'm not being loved. I'm being domesticated. And there's a rebellion inside. And we don't know it. We can't articulate it. But there's a rebellion inside. Something's not right. There's an injustice. But we can't quite figure it out. Because nowhere outside is somebody explaining to like, this is violating your sense of being loved unconditionally and loving unconditionally. And all we're getting from the world, our parents, grandparents, follow the rules. That'll be easier. Don't fight them. Because when we fight them, we get punished even more, get angry even more, and that gets squashed. We're like, okay, I can't fight the rules. I have to go along. I have to be what they want me to be, or else it gets worse. This must be the only way. This must be how it is. And so we surrender to being domesticated. And we have to make ourselves forget what unconditional love is. Because to remember, to have that sense of truth creates a conflict inside. the more that we're aware of unconditional love, the more that we're aware that we're being conditioned to be what other people want, to do things their way, to go to the school they want, the major they want, the profession they want, to make our body a certain way, to look a certain way, to dress a certain way, to be in the cool crowd. Because now it's not just love from parents, but it's to be appropriate and good grades in school, to be liked by the cool kids. We have to be all those things too in these conditions. And the more that we're aware that this is conditioning, more that we're aware what unconditional love is, the more we feel that conflict and injustice inside, the more we feel it as an outrage. And we've spoken up against it. We've spoken it up at 2 years old, at 8 years old, at teenage years. We rebelled against it, not knowing exactly what it was, this matrix of conditioning. But the only way to get rid of that internal conflict, that sense of injustice, this wrong being done, is to take our awareness of what unconditional love is and say, I need to hide that. I can't know about this injustice. I need to hide the truth of unconditional love. I need to hide it so that I go along with the conditions and don't fight anymore. Because if I have awareness of what unconditional love is and I'm not living it and I'm not being treated with it, I'm going to react with injustice and anger. Could just explode. So we hide the truth of our awareness of unconditional love that we want to put out there, that we want to live with openly. We say, I'm going to take this conditioning version instead. I'm not going to fight it against it. Okay. Until loving that much is completely forgotten. Well, from our conscious awareness, it's not forgotten, but we've stopped putting conscious awareness on it. You know what conscious awareness is now, right? And we pay attention to other things, following the rules, being good, looking right, being smart, being a success, making money, living in a nice neighborhood. All the right things that are going to make other people happy. Expecting and hoping that they love us. And this is Maya. I'm in a new, big, beautiful house. Feeling comfortable. This is what it's supposed to be. These are the rewards. You're not going to get punished if you do this. This is Maya. And something inside of us, it's like Neo in the movie The Matrix, is going, something's not quite right. Something's missing. It's out of place, this world. I don't know exactly what it is. I can't describe it. It's just a sense of something's being fake. A setup. What's behind it, really? What's making all these things move around? There's something else, isn't there? What is it? It's because something inside of us has continued to speak to us. Maybe not in words we understand, maybe not even with words, but something inside of us calling out, like sheep calling for his glass of water. Something inside of us like, this isn't all there is it? I have the good farm and extra sheep and more goats, and I'm doing all the right things, but it doesn't feel fulfilling. What's missing? I'm following all the rules. I'm making other people follow the rules. How come it's not working? How come I'm not happy? It's because we've buried that awareness of what is unconditional love, and we stop living it. And it's understandable to stop living it because, you know what, hey, it was disappointment and hurt, not following other people's rules. And then we were angry about it. We had to cover that up. And, you know, to cover that up, we had to follow all the rules and not fight against them. And then do everything right. Like, okay, I look okay now. But underneath, we're angry that we have to do this. And we're hurt that we're living in this conditioning. And we're feeling this sense of injustice, that the world is unfair, but we're not quite sure. Because we didn't really grow the awareness early on. Oh, we could be living in unconditional love, and this is what it would look like. This is what it would feel like. And this is how we treat each other. And this is how I treat myself and honor myself. I'd love myself unconditionally. And respect and honor myself. What I needed, what I wanted. And I wouldn't bury that desire or that feeling under all these layers of hurt, injustice, and anger and rules and doing what other people want. So as people show up and they're trying to work through their jealousy issue, their insecurity issue, their anxiety issue, you know, or this sense of heartbreak or whatever it is that people show up on the community for, go searching for. Yeah, you have all these layers of anger and hurts and injustice and lack of fairness in the world and people trying to go make the world a good place. God bless them. But underneath, they're fighting that sense of injustice. They see it outside. But it's also they've lost it inside. And so underneath all the issues that people think they're working on, we're trying to resolve our integrity feeling with ourselves. We're bringing ourselves to a place of feeling unconditional love for ourselves and others. That's the big journey. That's the hero's journey. No small feat, mind you. And it could have lots of, not everybody's going to use those words. It could have lots of other ways of phrasing it. Some people feel like, I want a sense of injustice. I want a sense of justice about the world, or integrity, or peace of mind. Yeah, what's peace of mind? Well, you let go of all the rules, all the injustice, perfectionism you're trying to strive for, and you come to unconditional self-acceptance. You let go of the judge, victim, unfairness, injustice stories. Yeah, now you have peace. Well, because you let go of all the conditioning. Or justice, or and before that will ever happen in the external world for you, it needs to happen inside of you. Unconditional acceptance for yourself, love for yourself. Then you feel it inside, and then you can feel it for things in the world. And so the journey, yes, we started with a sense of unconditional love, and you may have felt that because as a baby, you can pee and poop and make a mess and you're still loved. It's all beautiful. Do that too long, you get in trouble for making a mess, and the conditioning starts. And then we have to swing the pendulum back the other way to find that feeling that we're longing for. That something is crying out for, thirsty for water. And hence the hero's journey through the matrix. To get back home. So from unconditional love experience to conditioning, to conditional love, to Maya, to the hero's journey back to yourself, self-acceptance, unconditional love. It's the game of games, folks. It's the game of games.
I'm writing this all down in case you're wrong.
In case I'm wrong. Do you feel a distrust that I might be giving you rules that are going to be unfair and unjust?